the Facebook too. Hey, I hope this is reaching you all well, that you're having a productive and positive morning, and that your day is getting off to a great start. And so I am trying to focus on which camera and all of these things because I'm live on YouTube and I'm also simultaneously live on Facebook. And so I wanted to bring this message to you guys really quick for my morning word because I had to reflect on a word from my mentor. Her name is one of my mentors, Michelle Thibodeau. Michelle Thibodeau is an awesome, phenomenal coach, a business owner, has a business in Bronzeville, and just an amazing person overall. And so she gave me this motivational word, and I want to share it with you as it applies to my live stream yesterday and the message with regard to pivoting in a very powerful way as an entrepreneur during a crisis. Okay. And so I want to encourage you, if you are a current entrepreneur trying to scale or an aspiring entrepreneur trying to get a start, I want to encourage you to be consistent in your efforts and to be diligent in the face of adversity. And so let me go ahead and start with my introduction. We're going to jump right into it because we're going to be on for less than 10 minutes. We're going to keep it real short and simple this morning. My name is Andrea M. Thompson. I broadcast and scope about all things relative to money, mindset, and motivation with the overarching theme of entrepreneurship. And so, hey, Simone K. Sign, thank you so much for coming in the broadcast. I certainly appreciate you. And so, nevertheless, I want to just share with you guys the story real quick and the subsequent lessons that I learned. And so the story, quick and short, is she told me that there was an eagle among chickens. And so this eagle lived around and in the presence of several chickens in a chicken coop on a chicken farm. And so as the eagle started to, mature and get older and, his features became more distinguishable, he noticed that, and I see some of you all are just coming in, we're telling the eagle and the chicken story. And so it's very applicable to being resilient in the face of adversity. So stay tuned and you'll get it. So the quick version of the story, as my mentor said, is that this chicken coop was filled with birds, all of which were chickens except for this one. And this one, because it was on the chicken farm in the chicken coop, just saw chickens, just always saw chickens. And so believed that he or she too was a chicken. Now, in the midst of wondering why this eagle that thought he was a chicken did not fit in, why he stood out, why he looked different, why he spoke different, why no one could really relate to him in a very closely knit way. And he was struggling with that, he or she, the eagle, who thought he was a chicken, was struggling with that. And so on one day, like, Simba in The Lion King, when he went and reflected and he looked in the water and he saw himself, okay, this is the eagle's moment. So instead of the eagle reflecting into the water and seeing himself, the eagle looked up to the sky and wondered, why am I in this situation where I don't feel like I belong and I don't feel like I'm properly positioned? I'm not like anybody else in my surroundings. Who am I? The eagle asked, looking up at the sky, right? And so I say that to say the next point brought it home for me, and maybe it will for you. So my mentor said, as the eagle was looking up wondering, he saw a bird in the sky that looked similar to him. He saw an eagle. Now he didn't know, anything about eagles really. Just knew that he or she was different. But seeing the eagle in the sky said, wow, I can soar like that. It was confirmation for the eagle, because eagles need confirmation too, right? So I say all that to say that when that eagle went back and told the other birds about the eagle that he saw soaring in the sky, and that he believed that he too could fly, and he believes that, I'm not a chicken, I'm an eagle. All this time I've been in the chicken coop, I am an eagle, right? So after that, do you know they turned against him? Do you know they didn't believe him? Do you know they made fun of him? Do you know they laughed at him, made a mockery of him? Oh, he thinks that he can fly. Well, the bird's eye vision is different from the ground than it is from the sky when you are soaring. When you're in the sky, your perspective and your vision is different. You're able to see and understand things from a different vantage point, a different viewpoint than from the ground level, where you cannot see what's out there, but only what's immediately in front of you. And so the message for that I just want to give you all real quick and short is this. Some of us have been eagles. However, we have been in an environment that is similar to a chicken coop. And we have been around chickens and have mistaken our ability to fly as an abnormality, or something that doesn't allow us to fit in, when all along we were meant to stand out. Now, that is not to look down on the chickens, okay? Because I'm a very humble person, and I believe that you can learn something from anybody. And you're not better than anyone, but no one is better than you, okay? And I like to also say, it's not that I'm better than anyone. I just try harder sometimes, But I do want to tell you that the chicken has a position and a role to play. And the eagle has a position and a role to play. And the two shall not be mixed up and intertwined in a way that would lead the eagle to think that he is limited to a ground view. If you are an eagle, you are meant to soar, and you are meant to soar in a powerful and incredible way that will impact the people and serve you well. So I challenge you today. I challenge you this week to put yourself in position to soar in a very powerful way. Because what I know to be true as an entrepreneur and as a person who is resilient in overcoming adversities, what I know is that if you take just two steps, things will start to align, and that step will lead to a subsequent step, and that step will open up another opportunity for another step. And sometimes it's a domino effect. We only talk about and hear about the domino effect when something is going wrong sometimes. But the domino effect can also be something that happens as a result of our resiliency and our determination to be consistent, even when it don't look like it's going to turn out right, even when everything is going to cahoots. And I have to be diligent and persistent and continuously pursue the thing that I see that others around me may not be able to see, because it's my vision. See, the eagle went back and told the chickens, I'm an eagle, I can fly. And they made a mockery of him because they didn't understand, like, you've been in the chicken coop with us all this time. You the only chicken that don't look like a chicken, and now you talking about you could fly, you an eagle. What? Yes. So the point of the eagle story and the chicken coop is that you got to protect your vision, and you got to make sure you share it with the right people who will inspire the vision to become a reality and set that thing in motion. See, sometimes we think that our crisis or our dilemma is a setback, when rather it is a setup. It's actually a setup, but you just think it's a setback. Well, the setup is to prepare you, to catapult you to soar in a very powerful way. So I would challenge you to not let this setback, or how you perceive it to be a setback, cause you to sit back, cause you to relax, cause you to say, well, COVID and the lockdown happened anyway, I might as well hang it up. No, you might as well move forward in a very powerful, productive, and tenacious and diligent way. Be resilient. Now more so than ever, is the time to be resilient. And that's why, hey, if Harold's Chicken can lose their whole building and pack it up and put it in the truck, I'm sure you can find a way to pivot in a very powerful way. So the key word of not just this day, but the key word of seemingly the whole summer has been pivot. Pivot. How do we properly pivot in a very powerful way that will be profitable to our business and positively impact the legacy? That's a weighted question, but it's one worth sitting with, because it's not time to throw in the towel. It's not time to call it quits. And that's not just a motivational piece. That's not just a motivational, informational, infomercial, whatever. That's not that. What it is, in all honesty, in the beginning of this, the very beginning of this, I said, some people are not going to yield to the weight of this pandemic. Some people are going to push back with a very innovative way that they pivot in a very powerful way that's going to be super effective. It's going to catapult them to know and connect with people that otherwise wouldn't have knew about their brand or business. That has happened for several people, including the lady that made Michelle Obama's vote necklace, okay? Including a couple other people I can name who have used this pandemic. Even the Gentlemen's Club, okay, in Portland, Oregon. They couldn't have rendezvous in the boom boom room. And so what they did was they had the women come outside. And they had the drive-through where you can order your food, and while you waiting on your food, they on the side of your car, sit socially distanced 6 feet, doing they little 1-2 step, Now, if the Gentlemen's Club can find a way to still have the dancers be to work and provide the clientele with the service that they are wanting, if the Gentlemen's Club and the Harold's Chicken can pivot, I'm just saying, possibly you can pivot too. And if you sit with it long enough and not let the trial make you feel discouraged, but let the trial propel you to move forward in a creative and innovative way that will really grasp a hold of people to say, hey, that's a story about persevering. That's a story about making it over. Because we hear enough stories about people folding, business folding, things breaking down during the pandemic. We really do need an inspirational story of somebody having the diligence and consistency to make it over to a win. Because we all need to celebrate a win right now, right? Good morning, my favorite editor. Good morning, my editor who has stuck with me through the process and the evolution and the birthing and the delivery of this magnificent and very weighty publishing project. I appreciate you. Good morning to you from Arizona. And happy pre-birthday. And Tiffany, throw in the towel. No, don't you throw in the towel. TT Towels. Good morning to you. I appreciate you for coming in the broadcast too. And so I didn't want to be on long. I just wanted to share that morning word with you because I was so inspired by Harold's Chicken number 55 coming back like a phoenix that I had to go live this morning and give it to Harold's Chicken number 55 in the spirit of the eagle and the chicken, because it is time for us to soar. It is time for us to recognize who we are. It is time for us to really be rooted and affirmed in our potential and our propensity to really shape a powerful legacy that will transform generations to come and break generational curses of the past. That's a lot, but I believe it's so necessary and feasible. We're in the right season of change to make a difference in a major way. How we do business, how our personal life supports that business, how we reach our target audience, how we change lives, how we connect with other business owners to push the movement forward. Because you can go by yourself, and you can go quicker. But you can go farther with other people. And that's why I believe in divine connections. And I really believe in proper partnerships that are mutually beneficial and profitable. Now, I don't do the halfway bartering that people do where you get all the benefits and I don't get much, that fake sponsorship, I don't like that. But when it's mutually beneficial and there's some reciprocity in it, that's when you can really get something going. You can really get something going. Good morning, Ronnie's Num Nums. I still need my cranberry num nums. I just need to go ahead and try to link up with you today because I'm snacking in a very unhealthy way. I'm eating chips and stuff. You know, I like to snack at the computer while I'm working, and I really need something healthy to help me to do that in a good way because I had that Harold chicken and I worked out this morning and I'm trying to do the right thing. So I need to get with you to get my healthy snacks because I like to snack, but I do need to do it in a healthy way. Okay, so my favorite editor, Renee Purday, says, this is the time to become millionaires. Invest especially in each other. Now, let me just say something about that real quick on my way out in my final closing, as my friend says. You got to get around people who crazy enough to say something like that. Because to some people, that's crazy. You like, what? This is the time to become a millionaire. Don't you know it's an international pandemic / crisis / semi-lockdown, 6 feet social distance. It's all kind of excuses why it ain't the time to be a millionaire. Come on now. What you mean it's time to be a millionaire? Ain't nobody got no money. It's a pandemic. Unemployment is high. Okay? What you mean it's the time to be a millionaire? That ain't making no sense. You talking about right now in 2020? To some people, what Renee is saying wouldn't make no sense. But if you get around the right people who know how to pivot, who are creative, who are innovative, they will tell you a whole nother different set of circumstances that can position you to not only profit, but to catapult yourself in a way that really, if the right circumstances wasn't, it's not fortunate that the circumstances are what they are. But look, if it wasn't for the lockdown, the CEO wouldn't have been sitting at home with more time on his hands to listen to your pitch. The person who was at home on lockdown might have scrolled past on social media because they decided to be on lockdown and saw your thing and they wouldn't have otherwise saw it. So I'm just saying, don't use the crisis as an excuse to be stagnant. Don't use the crisis as an excuse to be like on the fence about it. Use the crisis as a reason to say, I'm going to be resilient right now. Because it's not the time for me to throw in the towel. Let me buy thou. Shout out to TT Towels. So I'm just saying that's all I'm going to say for today. Because a lot of times I'm encouraging myself too while I'm encouraging you all because it's hard for all of us in this entrepreneurial thing. It truly is. It's a stretching process. It's a growing process. It's highly uncomfortable sometimes. It's even irritating sometimes. Sometimes I be mad at this business. I'm like, I've been up all night. I'm tired, but I can't lay down and I got to get up early because I got to get back at it. And I'm tired of you a little bit. But I always get back up with it because I really enjoy what I do. It's just the growth process of it and the continuous learning of it. Because as an entrepreneur, you have to continuously learn, especially when you're in digital, because everything is changing so quickly. Shopify, social media, GoDaddy, Square, Zelle. I mean, just like you got to keep up with all these things. And until you really transition from being a solopreneur to having a team, to having partnerships, to being able to tap into other people's area of expertise, you hustling backwards. And I'm going to just go ahead and say that because that's a whole nother broadcast about the hustle. But what I've learned in the last 2 years about why this hustle, this thing we've been calling hustling don't make you wealthy. Hustling help you get money. Now, hustling gonna get you some money, but hustling might not get you wealthy unless you build on that thing and that hustle transforms into something else, because hustling will make you tired. Hustling will make you real tired. Hustling is exhaustive. Unless you get you some teams and leverage people's time and, make it be mutually beneficial where you're exchanging, points of strengths with each other. Position purposely to continue positivity. I got that. I like that play on the P. I like that reiteration. Yes. Position purposely to continue positively. Exactly. Time is being slowed down so your business can speed up. Oh, that's a word. I got to look up that Joel 2:25. Time is being slowed down so your business can speed up. Somebody quote that. Say that again. I'm gonna go look up Joel 2:25, and I'm gonna see about that. Time is being slowed down so your business can speed up. I like that. Millionaires have your money. Millionaires are the start. Because are the millionaires not millionaires no more because of the pandemic? Because they already had the funds to survive a 6-month shutdown. And they got bailout money too. And they got alternative plans too. And they got a team too. So the millionaires is not going down under, they might shut down the business. And even if they shut down the business, they still got money, because going under for millionaires ain't really going under. So yeah, millionaires got your money. Absolutely. Shared love, shared projects, shared energy, shared worldwide projects. Because guess what? Let me tell you something. My editor is in Arizona. And I only been to Arizona twice. And both times it wasn't for business. It was just I was passing through and I wanted to see the place and get some peace and right. And, that's how that came about on my way to business. 2 times I've been in Arizona. But guess what? When I sent her my stuff, when she helped me publish this book, my brand in Arizona. And I only been there 2 times and it wasn't for business. Do you know what kind of door that's going to open? So I bet you the next time I go to Arizona, it's going to be for business. My book going to be there before I come there. I'm just saying, get you some international connections. Everybody trying to be the queen of their city. Everybody want to be, oh, I'm this neighborhood and I'm that city. Well, maybe, ma'am, you're not that city because you international. Maybe you should be all over the U.S. and possibly beyond the U.S. I'm just saying. Don't make an international word a local word, okay? Don't make an international movement a neighborhood movement, okay? I want to get these international coins. I want to be in Atlanta doing business. I ain't gonna talk no more. I'm done. I can't give it all to you like that, okay? My editor in here just dropping places and then some. Hallelujah. Australia. I have contacts there. Yes, she lived there. Yes, because she not just Arizona. She Australia too. Come through. I got some contacts in Ghana now. Come through. I used to live in South Africa when I studied abroad. Come through. I only been to one other country, and that's South Africa when I studied abroad. It's about time for me to get some more. Look, I'm about to knock my mount down. I'm so excited. I'm just saying, look, it's about time that I get some more stamps on this passport. It's about time that I get some more stamps on this passport. And some of y'all need to go ahead and get y'all passport in the first place to get y'all first stamp. But it is time to get these stamps on this passport. Because if you are an eagle, you are meant to soar. And you ain't soaring on no Greyhound bus. You're not soaring in the chicken coop with the chickens trying to convince them of why you an eagle. You better just soar on them because they ain't going to get it. Because the ground view is different from the elevated view from the sky. And that's all I have to say about that. Good morning, Nikki Bruce. Thank you so much for joining in the broadcast. I appreciate you. This has been a morning word brought to you with the most enthusiasm, inspiration, and encouragement for you today because your success motivates us. Harold's Chicken Coop motivated me. And I know y'all like, look, you ain't even ate no meat in over a year and you just started back eating meat. Why you out there with the chicken coop talking about Harold's Chicken and all this going on right now? But it was a message and a moment because I was inspired. You can't tell these businesses that been in shop for 20 years, they inspire me when they make a move. Okay, because I know they are rooted in this is what it has been, this is what it works. So I know how hard it is for them to change over sometimes when they making this pivot, especially in this new age with all this social media and technology. So it inspires me when they just push forward. It lets me see, oh, maybe Power Biz is a business that's going to have a 20-year impact. Maybe if I do this is something that could be long-term because I see it. Sometimes all it takes is for you to see it and get in alignment with it. So, whether it was that they were selling chicken, gizzards, French fries with mountain sauce on the side or whatever. The point is that they were persistent in the face of adversity, that they were tenacious and determined to overcome despite the circumstances. So it wasn't the chicken that drew me. It was the winner chicken dinner that inspired me, okay? I'm about to go now because I'm talking about winner chicken dinner. I need to get off of here. I got some stuff I need to get done. Okay? Look. Do you know I just been making t-shirts this morning to send to my printing plug? Renee, get on up off of here because you know you be in my head. She say reinvention with intention. I'm writing it down. No, we didn't. That's what we do. We be dropping gems on the live sometime. Mama might have to go back and delete this or something. Or we just gonna have to hurry up for somebody. Yeah, we just hurry up and move. We just bust a move. I send this in with the rest of the shirts I just put. Because yeah, we on the move. I hope you guys are too. Tiffany Julian in Atlanta says sky's the limit. She says dream, inspire, and grow. You better know it. Get up and go. And that's all I'm gonna say. GITUP. And the reason why it's spelled incorrectly, it ain't really incorrect. It's right. GITUP, because you got to have energy to be inspired to get up. And so get up is all about having the inspiration that's required to move forward and stay connected, even when stuff gets tough, because it will get tough. But the race is not given to the swift, but to the one who endures. You ain't got to eat the chicken to recognize its heralds. You need that plug. How you need that plug? You got that plug, Renee. You got that plug. You got me, and I am the plug, and you got that plug. The print plug is your plug. Okay? I got y'all. Stay tuned for the next live stream. I'll be back tomorrow morning with Word Wednesday. Be encouraged. Be diligent. Be tenacious. Just do it like Nike. I mean, y'all don't need no cheerleading speech all the time. Just do it like Nike because it's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for you. It might not, that medicine that they used to give you that tastes nasty, but you like, this is good for me, but it tastes so nasty. Do that. Just chuck it up. Toughen up. Go through it. Get through it. And get up. GITUP. Boom. In that order. Have a good day, you guys. Seize the moment. Keep it real. Keep it positive. And keep it moving. We are off. Hey, I hope this. See y'all. Have a good day. Sorry I'm not looking at you all. I have to have